Hello. This is Coach Vic. This is Finding Your 40. Welcome back. I'm so excited to have you guys back. I'm so excited for everything that the road that we've traveled already, the places that we've gone, the things we've seen. We've gone from the cave experience, we've gone through the lab experience, and now we've gone to goal actualization, and we're becoming. We're at that place where we're beginning to step into the man or woman that we want to be. We begin walking that road, and traveling down that path, and the excitement is just building and building and building. In the last segment we talked about the point of no return. And man, it was just so good. It brought back the nostalgia of me being in the military and launching our aircraft and allowing the aircraft flying and going to places, and it got to a place where you were either going to continue on or you were going to turn back. And what happened when I had that nostalgic moment, it reminded me, and I wanted to remind you too, that past musings lead to future problems. Past musing leads to future problems. And what that means is that we can't dwell on our former or our old self or our unrefined self and not take a toll on who we are. We can't cogitate on former things. Yes. And think that it's not going to affect us in our future. We have to leave that. We have to leave those moments. We have to leave that time. We have to leave those ideas behind and begin to address ourselves as we are now and move forward. We have to go forward. We must go forward. Nothing about our past it does us any good. The only thing it's good for is historical data. That's it. The only thing is historical data in order to make sure we don't make the same mistakes that we made in the past, but also gives us opportunity to remember what we need to do in order to go forward. So today we're going to talk. First of all, I want to thank all the new subscribers and all the new subscribers. I want to welcome you to the platform, to the channel. I want to welcome you to the opportunity to continue to grow into who you want to be. I want to welcome you to the opportunity to really begin to move forward and be the best man or best woman that you choose to be. And Finding Your 40 is just about that. It is about refining us. It is about making us better. It is about us growing into a new dynamic of who we are, so we can continue to put forth our best foot. We continue to be our best version of ourselves every single day and learn to be consistent in everything we're doing. I thank you for joining the channel. I promise you that as long as you're with me, as long as we're walking this walk together, I'm going to continue to put forth quality content that's going to make sure that we are both putting forth our best, moving in our best foot forward and being the best version of ourselves every single day. But I want to warn you that 100 is not 100 every single day. I know that we're used to 100 being 100, but it's not. But your 100 might be 85 today. It might be 110 tomorrow. But we want to consistently be above 80. Consistently be above 80. And if we consistently be above 80, then we can continue to find ways to better ourselves, to continue to champion our own cause and be the best version of ourselves every single day. And so today we're going to talk about past musings leading to future problems. And what I mean by that is if you cogitate too long or too much on your past version of yourself, on a past event, or put yourself in a situation where you're constantly thinking about something that happened in your past, you're going to continue. If you continue to think on those things, you will eventually slide back into that unrefined version of yourself, and you can't walk in the new life that you have with an older version. You just can't do it. You can't do it. Yeah, have you ever tried to play PlayStation 5 with the PlayStation 2 controller? It doesn't work. So you can't do it. You have to. The new you has to walk in your new life. You can't take old you and walk in new life and assume that you're going to be successful in the life that you've created. You just can't do it. You have to move forward in who you are. You have to be with the man or woman that you said you were going to be, and you have to commit to that. And you have to continue to be deliberate in your action. You have to be intentional in your ideas and in your thinking. You have to walk solely in who you are now, and continue to push that version of you forward every single day. So let's get into it. What we meditate on, we become. We must purge our mind and cleanse our heart of all unhealthy thoughts, ponderings, and activities. And many times we feel like we've made huge strides forward in our becoming. Then one event. Let me say it again. One, not a sequence of events. One event, one person, one idea, one action, one activity, one statement, puts us in a place that brings us right back to we start thinking with that old unrefined mind. We start thinking with that the old unrefined heart postures. We start thinking with that old unrefined attitude, and we want to go back there. And what happens is if we stay in that moment too long, if we stay in that mindset too long, we will revert back to and we will lose all the gains that we've made, all of the refinement that we've done, all the fire we've gone through will have been for nothing, been for naught, because we will have returned back to that old version of us, the old format, the old email. When you take your email and you've gone to like a new platform, or you've gone to like a newer version of Gmail, and then you have to go back and you have to go back to an older version because there's some emails back there that didn't travel, that didn't make the progression into the new platform. But sometimes those old emails were meant to stay back there. Sometimes the old man is meant to be back there. And I have to remind you all again, and I apologize if you're offended. Not for me being a Christian, but I apologize if me being a Christian might offend you. But here's the thing. In the Bible it says, if any man be in Christ, he is a new creation. Old things have passed away, former things have passed away, all things become new. And so as you're beginning this finding your 40, as you're traveling down the road of finding your 40, as you're beginning to discover, you've gone through the discovery process, and you've discovered all the things that have hindered you in the past, all the things that have kept you, all the mindsets that have kept you from moving forward and have kept you from stepping into exactly who you want to be, and you begin to put those things to bed. You begin to lay those things down and begin to pick up new things and begin to pick up new ideas. You've gone through the isolation. You've gone through the separation, and now you're ready to move into newness. And there's always going to be a trial. There's always going to be a situation. There's always going to be a circumstance that's going to push you into that want to push you back into that old mindset. I'm here to encourage you to not return there. Don't let it happen. Don't let that old mind or the old man or the old you back into your new life. You can't. You can't, because the things that you've struggled so hard to get rid of will always try to pop its head up at the right moment, at the right time, and around the right people for you to return back to just exactly who you were, the person that you got rid of, the person that you've been striving. And the reason why this is important, the reason why it's so important for you to put this old man down, for you to put these old habits down, for you to put these old ways down, for you to not concentrate on all of the old things that used to happen, and the old things that you used, the old version of yourself, is because that version of you cannot exist at the same time as the new version of you exists. And I remember watching, I like watching movies. I love movies. So if you've ever watched Men in Black Part 3, and it talked about, that you can't have old you and new you can't meet, because you can't both be in the same continuum at the same time. You can't. It is impossible for old you and new you to exist at the same time. It means you have a split personality. And so what happens with the split personality is that you lose consistency. Let me say that again, because I really want you to get that. You lose consistency when you have two dynamics of your personality operating at the same time. You lose consistency. You can't be consistent and continue to walk forward in this newer version. And continue to revert back or find opportunities to revert back into old you. You can't. The one thing that this platform is going to continue to drive home, is that you must be consistent. We must be consistent. You must show up every single day. And it's going to get hard. There can be times and situations where you're going to, I just want to. No. Let that go. Let it go. And what you're going to find out is that you're going to be a better person for that. You're going to realize that the things that used to push your button back in the day, it's not the same thing that pushes your button now. Because you can't let anybody have power over who you are and who you're becoming except for you. You have full control over everything that happens around you because you have full control of everything that happens inside of you. And when you learn to master when you learn to master the inside of you, your inner thoughts, your inner being, everything else around you uh, under that power, under that control. Why? Because no man outside of you, no person outside of you can force you into being something that you don't want to be. And no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how they act, gosh, I said it and I want to say it was in the mindset. I think it was in the mindset video. Go up and I'll put that in the link so you can look at it. But in the mindset video, I said, what does that have to do with you? What does what he thinks about you, or she thinks about you, or what he says about you, or what she says about you have to do with you? Nothing. Absolutely nothing, because at the end of the day, who you are and who you're becoming is solely in control of you. You're the only one that can control who you become. You're the only one that can control what you think and how you respond to situations. Nobody outside of you can control that. And so when you learn the proper responses, when you learn to deal with situations, no matter how much it gets up under your skin, no matter how much it irks you, you have to learn to control it. Why? Because that's the emotional intelligence we talked about, where you're responding to the stimuli in the right way. You know, when there's always going to be the emotional stimulus that's going to push you and drive you into a place that you don't want to go. But you know what? When you allow those things to do that, then that person will continue to push that same button every single day to drive you into that same corner because they feel like they got you, and they did get you. But as I said before, what does that do with you? So what? What happens is you have now gained acreage in that person's mind. You have now gained land and territory in that person's mind, and so as long as you don't respond to whatever it is that they're trying to put into your environment, into your thought processes, and into your ideology, as long as you don't respond to that, then they will continue to wonder, well, what can I do to get to this person? And you've got them. You know, they've been trying to get you, but you got them, and so. But it's not even about that, because we're trying to grow into a better version of ourselves. We're trying to be a better man or a better woman. We're trying to attain and ascend to something that we've never done before. We've gone to a place we've never been before, and so we can't continue to let those old ideologies of our old character, of our old personality, of our old being, to manifest into our new life. We can't. You just can't. You have to continue to walk in step with the man or woman that you want to become, no matter what's going on around you. People are always going to be people, and there's nothing you can do about that. And so I say it again. What does that have to do with you? Nothing. There's nothing that anybody outside of you can do to force you into being who you don't want to be, period. It is a conscious decision. It is a choice that you must make every single day. And when you make the wrong choice, you can't blame anybody but you. You can't say, well, he said this or he said that. So what? People are always going to talk. You have to be strong enough to walk past or walk through those conversations and it not bother you. You have to be strong enough to walk through those situations and circumstances and it not get to you because you're growing, because you're maturing into something you've never done before. And in order for you to do it, you have to learn a new heart posture. You have to learn a new skill sets in your mind. You have to learn to let your mind be stronger than your mouth. I'll say it again because it's good. Let your mind be stronger than your mouth. Because and again in the Bible, it tells us that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. But when you can learn to control what comes out of your mouth by allowing your mind to push you into new realms and into new environments and into new opportunities, then you're going to understand that those people that are talking about you, let them talk. There's nothing that they can do. They can't stop you. So what they try to do is they try to drag you through the mud so that you can return back to them. They want you to revert back to how they think. They want you to revert back to what their idea of you is, what their idea of you is, and not who you really are. And so you have to be willing to have a conversation with them and let that conversation stay right where it is, and then continue to move forward. Let me say it again. Let the conversation that you have with them stay where it is and move forward. Continue to press forward on your journey, because where you're trying to get to, they're not going. They've never been there, and they'll never get there. Why? Because their focus is not on them. Their focus is on you. And anytime somebody's focusing too much on something outside of who they are, or refining themselves, making themselves better, then they will constantly fall short of where they're trying to get to, because their eyes are not on what's in front of them. Their eyes is on what's next to them. If you ever watch a horse race, the horses have blinders on. You know, they put the blinders on and they're like this, and because the race is in front of them. The race is in front of them, and so when they look to the left or look to the right, the only thing they see is the blinders. They can't see anything else. So all they can do is listen to the sound of the jockey that's hitting that's using the stirrup to move them forward and continue to run their race and run as fast as they can, run as hard as they can, and run their race. That's all they care about. Everything else, they look to the left, look to the right, nothing. They can't see anything because their focus is not on what's left or what's right, it's what's in front of them. So continue to move forward and what's in front of you, no matter what someone else is saying about you, no matter what someone else has said to you, continue to press forward. Press forward. Press forward. Press forward. Press forward. Let me say it again. Press forward. Move forward. March forward. Go forward. Don't look to the left or the right, but go forward. Put your eyes on your prize and march toward that. And that's it. Nothing anybody says about you or says to you is going to push you in any direction other than backwards. You know, because it's going to make you revert back to what you were trying to get out of. And so today, this is Coach Vic. This is Finding Your 40. This is me reminding you that past musings lead to future problems. If you don't press forward, if you're listening to things, you know, and willing to relegate back to old ways, you're going to continue to move back into that old man, and eventually that old man is going to lead to you being destroyed because you can't have your future mindset and walking in past activity, and you can't have past activities and moving into the you that you've created. So you must move forward and let those things that are behind you fall off you like a duck's, like water on a duck's back, and shed it. We got to be resilient. Begin to continue to move forward. Get up every single day. Get up every single day and continue to move forward. Build today on yesterday, and then build tomorrow on today. That's it. Okay. This is Coach Vic. This is Finding Your 40. Like, share, subscribe to these videos. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for continuing on this journey. We're going to win. We've already won because we conquered all of the old enemies of yesterday, and I'm moving forward to today. God bless you. Have a good day. Talk to you later. Bye.